Hello, and welcome back, and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to some more Widget Inc. This is I have access to the beta, so if you're looking at my map and you're like, "Oh, this is kind of weird," yeah, I'm in a weird place. I'm kind of pushing the game. I've had it running a couple of days, kind of in the background. I'm doing it really the wrong way, and I'm doing it the wrong way, kind of on purpose. I was given a key by the dev for beta testing. So if you look at my tech tree here, my tech tree is going to be different. Right now, the demo is on Steam. If you're interested in the game releases on October 31st. Go check out the demo. Demo's awesome. I played a couple hours on the demo. It's great. And your save game will transfer from the demo into the game when it releases. The dev said that it should be $5 or the original equivalent when the game releases on October 31st. I believe it says the 31st, right after the Steam Next Fest ends. So please go check it out. The game is great. If you like factory builders, if you like clickers, like incremental games, it's great. The demo stops right here at tier 3. You won't get all the stuff I have. I have quite a bit of extra stuff. I've actually already prestiged once, so you get to the end of the game and then kind of come back. So I'm kind of pushing to a point where I'm trying to not really break the game, but I was given the key for beta testing, so I want to try to beta test and help where I can, trying to find problems, trying to find issues, and trying to help the dev kind of get the game ready. So I'm fairly active over on his Discord, trying to answer questions and help people out. But we're building way too big, way too fast, and kind of seeing how it goes. When you build too big, too fast in this game, it gets ugly, and it gets very, very costly very fast. So what I've done is I basically paused my building here for a second, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my technology tree. We're going to go ahead. We're researching this guy here. Now what I need to do here is go all the way to the bottom here, grab this guy and tell it to go to the top. And then I can unpause it for a second. Boop. Wait for that, and then once that kind of gets those picked up, then we can kind of let it go again. So basically, I'm trying to stuff all the computational units into this thing. And if you get into a situation like this, like the only way for me to really do this right now is for me to go pick up all of these things that I'm slowly building around the map. And this really isn't the way to build. I've built too big too fast, and I'm kind of letting the game kind of sort itself out because I want to see how the game sorts itself out, and it doesn't do well with this. If you make big, massive, nasty chains like this, where I have, like, some of these things are extremely expensive, right? Like 350,000. I really need to get rid of these things and basically come back and rebuild them later. It just they're so costly when you get that high into them. Like, these aren't too bad, but some of these guys are, 1.5 million for these, like 6 million for that. Like, it's going to take literally forever to build it, and the return on those is garbage. But what I was trying to do is, you have these guys here. I think I'll have one in here. No, that's clone layout, move area, and we already have those researched, so I'm not worried about those. Mostly the factory must grow, right? That's my next big one there, and I need to get that one. So what I really need to do, probably the computational units I could leave. Some of these probably don't need to be left. These guys, like, 58 million. All right, these guys need to go away. It's just a waste of my time. It's not. I'm not going to make. And the problem is like, I can either get rid of all of these, or I can get rid of one at a time. Uh, and by all of them, I mean I have to be able to get rid of everything that's being built in the background. And I don't want to get rid of everything. I just want to get rid of certain things. So we're gonna get rid of these because this is like as much fun as this is to kind of do that. Like it doesn't work. The system breaks really quickly by doing that, and I was just doing it to kind of see. Now the other side too is that as we build things faster, there is a balance to it where you want to kind of progress through as quickly as you can, and I think this game the speedrunners are gonna be like there's definitely room for speed running and getting it's just all computational units. Yeah, so there's not very many of those. 1,000, those are fine. We can leave those. A couple hundred of those probably are fine. I'm trying to get rid of the things that are like like 2-3 million. Probably a bit much. So we'll get rid of some of these. I think some of these guys over here, like yeah, 600 million. I was just being silly and just kind of seeing how bad it would get. And obviously, it gets very, very badly. Now, the other problem too is the problem I kind of ran into is that as you have these things built already, if you build those technologies that allow you to kind of build extra parts of the factory, it doesn't apply those retroactively. So like when you build something and it costs 600 million units or something to build it, it doesn't put it back in, right? It doesn't reduce the amount of the ones that are already on the map, but it only does the ones that are kind of that you have to place. So even for most of these, if I wanted to, like this guy, like this one's, it takes 1 million of those, right? So I'd have to pick it up and replace it. Not 1 million, or 1,000 of them, but I'd have to pick it up and replace it to get the discount. So we'll just kind of let those guys go. I really need these guys. The computational engines is what's killing me right now. Just because I'm only building so many at a time. So we'll help it out a little bit here. We'll do some quick math and see what kind of we do, and then see how far we can get into this. Let's go with 3 on that one. That's a 15 on that one. This thing, just making us do all kinds of math. No, that's not right. It's 42. Yeah. So that will help a little bit. We'll get a little bit of those. The real problem, like I said, is that these guys aren't. That they're just. I need to get those built, but in order to even be able to get them built, I have to go like here. Here's computational engine, right? So like this guy can kind of move up. Let's see. If I do that, then that gives me another computational engine. That should help me a little bit there. I think if I do all of those like that, and then that should give me another computational engine. Go down here, get all of those up there too. So this should start hopefully kind of pulling some of these out and getting a few more computational engines being manufactured. Now the trick is do we have no? See, and I don't have enough red things. I'm burning through the red widgets basically as fast as I can. Let's see, what do we need for the red widgets? We need more green widgets. More green widgets. Or green widgets. So, and then like these things, the problem is like that one, that's, yeah, 300,000 of those things. Like it's so much. So much of those. All right, so those are kind of building. Hopefully we have these guys kind of going in. All right, so it looks like that stuff is all built. So our computational engines are starting to go through. We do have the next note here. Where are you? Why are you not being done? Where are you? Oh, there you are there. So you are just being slow. We should be making those on a regular, fairly quick basis now. Not nearly as fast as I would like for them to be. Yeah, so it's needs 71 of them. Let's move this guy up here. Move him up there. That way, that one gets done. We only need like 6 of those in that one. And then hopefully we'll get the rest of those kind of built. It's so slow. Especially when you're trying to get things moved up and moved around, and it can take you a while to build some of these things. What is this thing doing? So, and then the other problem too is like, because I put all these, or I'm starting to build these guys, like when they start needing, they're going to take all the red capacitor widgets and they're going to start trying to shove those into them. Instead of allowing me to build what I need. Oh, there's so many. So many. Do that. Yeah, not enough greens. Not enough greens. So, it's just, it's a playing whack-a-mole, trying to get the stuff kind of built as quickly as we need to. And it is, yeah. Alright, so we need 600 more of those. And you can't control, like, the way this thing works is, as soon as it has something like way down here that's built, like this guy here needs like green batteries. So if there's a green battery, this thing needs it. It just fills it in, and it doesn't. If you like, so if I go down and I have something that has a ridiculous amounts of like iron, right? Then it's going to pull all the iron bars out before they can get to the widgets, and then those widgets don't go make those widgets, and then these widgets don't make those widgets, and then I don't get the ones I need. So when you build big supply chains like this, it causes massive problems. You don't really want to have the game doing the way I'm doing it. This is really the wrong way to play this game. But it without doing things like this, to know how the game kind of reacts to stuff like this, like I said, my goal here is to play it the wrong way, to expose the weaknesses and to see what's wrong with it, to keep it, or to kind of figure out kind of a weird, if somebody didn't know what they were doing and they just threw a bunch of stuff at it, right? Because you can actually really hamper yourself. And so if we go back and look at some of the other supply chains here, go ahead and hit play on that. So now we got our new guys, right? So, actually, let's just do it with this one here, right? So we got a new supply chain that we just opened up, right? So now I'm like, oh, I need Tesla coils, right? I'm like, okay, well, let's make a Tesla coil. And I go over here and I find someplace nice to put a Tesla coil down, and then we'll put down our core foundry. Core foundries are going to be kind of weird because we'll put them up there, and then I think the integrator. I don't remember where we're supposed to put the integrators at, but we'll figure out someplace for them. But now if I have this guy, so now it can't even build this thing because I need computational widgets. But the problem is these things are buried all the way down here. So if I don't have them moved to the top, it can't build them. So I need them moved to basically back to the top so that I can start making advancements, right? So you can see I had 53 hours in tier 5. 53 hours. That's a horrible number. And I really could be moving a lot faster, and I probably should be moving a lot faster. But like I said, I'm literally just screwing around and making something that is it's dumb. I'm trying to, and I keep repeating myself, but I'm really trying to do the exact opposite of what I'm supposed to do. And I'm doing that on purpose, trying to help out a little bit. Go ahead, hold that guy down for a little bit. Go ahead, get one of those things built up. So, but once again, need computational widgets for that one. We need like this guy here, more computational units. This guy here isn't quite built yet. But now I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here and then move those guys up again because they just need to be moved up again, right? Auto forge attendant, right? And then like this guy, I need him moved up because that auto forge attendant that is probably causing me massive problems because it's probably the reason I don't have the ability to. Yeah. Oh no, that's somebody's got an auto forge attendant. So there's auto forge attendants down here that aren't able to be ran. So I need those things on. And then let's see, what are you guys doing? All right, so that guy's done. And see, and then what ends up happening is I end up having to pause this thing because it's sucking resources down, and I can't make the computational wizard or widgets. The computational wizards. I can't make the computational widgets, and since I can't make computational widgets, and they're not able to pop up in other places, it causes great difficulties. So you kind of want to go and get those things done and build things, but without looking at this, and it's hard to know like even which one you're looking at, especially when you have as many of them kind of put in the background like I do there. It can cause you some massive problems because it doesn't know what to do. And it just, all it does is it starts at the top and starts working its way to the bottom. And it has no way to really figure out which one of those to deal with first. So we need to get these guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to tell it to build all of these. Build all of these. And then we need integrated widgets, right? And then we're going to need these. So now you could get into a situation where like you're like, oh, I'm just going to build a bunch of integrated widgets. And then like all the way down here, like it doesn't do us any good to do the integrated widgets first because we don't have the resources to be able to make them. Right? But here's the problem is, so I've done it like this. So in order for me to be able to get integrated widgets, which is what I need for all those things, right? I need to get one of these guys done first. So I need to get the integrated widgets to start working. So like right now, the way this is set up, like it's going to take all of my integrated widgets that I make and do all of these first. So I need to get all these integrated widgets before I get one of these done. So you can get yourself into a real bad situation where like, and then like if I move this guy up here, right? So this cost me 10 integrated widgets instead of the a regular number. So if I do this, so, and you'll see like, yeah, it's going to take the circuit boards there, and then it's going to, so if you don't have this thing kind of organized correctly, you can actually cause yourself some major issues. And then trying to get enough points and enough things to be able to do what you need to do. So you can you can cause yourself some difficulties by stacking too much stuff there and building way too many things way too quickly. So you kind of want to go through and and make sure that you have that stuff there. So there you go. That construction's done. So now at least they're making these widgets by themselves without my help. But the problem is these guys, they don't have enough stuff to be able to make what they need to, because it's all being sucked down by everything else. So it's really easy to get way too far advanced in this game and get way too outside of the box and start causing problems where there shouldn't be a problem, or you don't need to have a problem because you just built too big too fast. And it's kind of funny to see, and I'm having fun with it. Just watching the factory just try and chug through what it's trying to do. So now I can just kind of pause this thing for a little bit, and this is really what you're going to have to do, especially if you get in a situation like this and you're like, oh, I don't want to get rid of all this stuff, because like I said, either I have to go through and individually click on every single one of these and get rid of them, or I go down here and hit cancel all, and then I can just cancel the entire everything in my build menu. But that kills everything, and I don't want to do that either, because then I have to go figure out what I rebuilt and start trying to rebuild the stuff I need to rebuild. Life's all about choices, and I chose to do poorly. So the goal here is to kind of get these things figured out, let this thing kind of get caught back up. Hopefully allow this thing to kind of do what it needs to do. Obviously, some of these guys, like the building stuff by hand, probably isn't a bad thing to do. Going through and get some of these upgrades probably would have been a smarter plan. And it's kind of having a good path is the way to do it. And I've specifically taken a horrible path through most of this. And just kind of want to give y'all an update. And then, as always, so I'm not sure what else to do with this. I think what I want to do is get up probably to my next tier and see, or get back up to the rockets and see if we can launch multiple rockets, because I think we're supposed to be able to. So kind of start working on that. I'll probably pop back in from time to time and just kind of give y'all an update of how this game's going. Like I said, I'm having a blast with it. The game is really good, especially for like a factory buildy clicker, whack-a-mole, solving the problems, and then being able to prestige and get extra resources out of things, and extra production, so that it's done really, really well. And I really hope, I truly hope the game does well. The dev makes lots of money, and continues to either develop this game or make another one or something, because this idea is it's too good not to be improved upon and not to continue to build. The dev's done a really good job. I am a huge fan already. As you can tell, I have ridiculous amounts of hours in this game. And it's not even out yet. But as always, if y'all like these videos, please consider throwing a like on it. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, please leave that down below. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you'd like to be, there's a button for that. And then down in the description, there'll be a link to the Steam page so that you can go download the demo, wishlist the game, and then kind of patiently wait for its arrival very soon. You guys be safe. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.